A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to your science class. I hope everyone is enjoying their e-learning. So dear children, in today's module we are going to study about metals and non-metals. So the topics which we will study in this module are physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals and their uses. So children, there are about 118 different known elements till date. Children, if you have ever been to a chemistry lab, and children, you must have seen the periodic table in the front of your practical book. So children, in that you can see that different symbols are written over there. So there are 118 elements, and in that 118 elements they are there are metals, there are non-metals, and there are metalloids. So children, a majority of the elements are metals in that periodic table, but a very few of them are non-metals, and children, in a very tiny amount metalloids are present. So children, what are metalloids? Metalloids are the elements which have properties of both metals and non-metals. So children, they are categorized as metalloids. So now children, will talk about the physical properties of metals. So children, as you must have seen your mama wearing metal ornaments, like wearing a gold bangle or silver anklets. Also children, you must have seen utensils at your home, right? So children, now we'll talk about the first property of metal and the physical property. In physical property, children, we'll talk about the appearance, its texture, and children, then after that we'll talk about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So children, the first property is that, children, metals are solids and they are hard. So children, majority of the metals are hard and they are present in its solid form. So children, like few exceptions are also there, so we'll talk about exceptions also. So children, one metal which is found in its liquid state is mercury, and children, two metals are there which are not as hard and they could be cut by knife, and these two metals are sodium and potassium. Also children, this sodium and potassium is like they react vigorously with oxygen, so they are kept stored in glass bottles immersed in kerosene. So now children, will talk about the other physical property of metals. Children, here we can see that metals possess metallic luster. So then children, we'll see that what is actually metallic luster. Children, metals shine in their pure state. This property of shining is called metallic luster. So children, if you will collect like few pieces of pure copper, iron, or children aluminium, and you will rub it with a sandpaper. Children, what is sandpaper? Sandpaper is regmal. Okay, if like you must have seen when if there is a construction work going on or any like painting is going on, so आपने वहाँ पे देखा होगा, it has a very rough surface. Now children, then you can see that the shiny surface will appear. Children, gold has yellowish luster, whereas children, copper has reddish brown, iron, silver, magnesium, and aluminium have white lustrous surface. Now children, will talk about one more physical property of metals, and that is, children, metals are malleable. So children, what is malleabilities? Like children, I'll give you one example over here. So if you will take an iron nail, children, and you will start beating it with hammer, so what you will observe, children, will the tiny nail will it will break into tiny pieces? No, it will turn in, like it will turn flat. Okay, so this property is known as malleability. So children, the property of metals to turn into sheets by on beating or rolling, this is known as malleability, and such metals are known as malleable metals. Okay children, one very common example is also there children. You can see that in most of the houses for packaging of the food, aluminium foil is used. Okay, so this is one of the very common example where you can see that metals are malleable. Now children, we'll talk about metals are ductile. Children, what is this property ductile? Children, metals like gold, silver, copper, aluminium, etc. are flexible and can be drawn into wires and are therefore ductile in nature. Children, you cannot draw coal or wood into wires. Okay children, that is why the metals are only used in the wirings. Children, here I want to tell you one thing, that silver and gold are very good conductors of electricity, but they are not used in the house wiring. Instead, copper wire is used because it is quite pocket friendly. So children, metals are ductile. So that means children, it could be drawn into wires. Now children, metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. So children, here as you can see that metals are good conductors of heat. So that is why children, the metals you can see, like you can observe that most of the utensils are made of metals. So that is why children, because children, they are good conductors of heat. Now children, they are good conductors of electricity also. So children, metals allow electric current to pass through them easily and are therefore good conductors of electricity. So children, you can see that in our houses copper wiring is there. Okay, so children, you can simply say that metals are very good conductors of electricity and it allows the electric current to pass through them. Now children, if you'll just conduct an experiment that in a circuit, and what are the things which you will require in circuit is wiring for the connection and one battery and one source. You can take bulb. Okay, so children, when you will if you will just break the connection and if you will attach one rubber and one metallic piece in the connection, so you can see that the where you have attached the metallic connection, there you can see the bulb will glow, and where you have attached the rubber, the bulb will not glow. That means children, metals are good conductors of electricity. Now children, here you can see that metals have high density and high melting point. Children, majority of the metals are solids. So children, their arrangement is also very compact, very dense. So that is why children, its density is high and its melting and boiling point is also quite high. Now children, metals are sonorous. Children, have you ever seen a wooden bell? No, of course not, right? And if you will just take anything and you will just ring it, so you can see that the sound which comes from the metal is quite different. Okay, so children, here we can see that metals are sonorous. That is why the bells in the temples and like children, in ancient days, in the school bells, the electric school bells were not there. So at that time children, a copper bell or a copper bell was used. Okay, now children, we will study about the properties of non-metals by this table. So here, as we can see children, that metals, as we have studied that, so we will, in continuation, we will keep revising whatever we have studied about metals. So here we have studied children about the physical state. So we do have already discussed that metals are in majority they are found in its solid state and they are hard. So children, in contrast, non-metals are in majority they are found in its gaseous state, But as we have seen that one exception was there, like mercury was in its liquid state, but here children, one exception is there, bromine is found in its liquid state. Also children, carbon, sulfur and iodine are found in its solid state. Now children, metals do have luster, they are quite shiny. And children, in contrast, non-metals are non-lustrous, they are not as shiny as metals. But there is one exception children, that is graphite. So children, you can see that the lid of the pencil, जो आपकी पेंसिल की सेंटर में होती है, so children, that is graphite and that is shiny. It is a form of carbon children, that is why it is categorized in non-metals, under non-metals. Now children, we'll talk about hardness. So children, we have already discussed that metals are in majority they are hard. Like also we have studied that metals में भी आपके दो exceptions थे, sodium and potassium. They were not so hard that they could be cut by a knife. And here children, we can see that non-metals are soft except diamond. Children, diamond is a form of carbon and it is the hardest known material. Now children, density we'll talk about. So as they are mostly found in its solid form, so obviously children, they will have high density as compared to the non-metals. Children, malleability. Children, of course, as you can see that you cannot beat up gases, okay, and they will not convert into sheets, right? So children, metals are malleable and ductile, okay, they could be drawn into sheets and they could be drawn into wires, but non-metals cannot. Now thermal conductivity children, so they are quite good conductors of heat and electricity as compared to non-metals children. But children, here also exception is there, like graphite is a very graphite can conduct electricity. Okay children, now we'll talk about sonority. So here children, metals are basically sonorous and non-metals are not sonorous. They have like children, as we have already studied, that they are basically found in its solid state. So obviously children, they will have more high tensile strength as compared to the non-metals. Now children, we'll talk about the melting and boiling point. So children, definitely as they are found in its solid state, they are hard, so they will have high melting point. As and children, one exception is also there, like sodium and potassium will have in comparison, they will have a bit quite less melting and boiling point. So children, non-metals have low melting and boiling point except graphite. So children, one here you can see that to show that non-metals में जो आपका मैंने आपको बताया था, one exception is there where we can see that as graphite is a form of carbon, still it is a good conductor of electricity. So here you can see children, in circuit this pencil is attached, still you can see that the source, that is bulb, is glowing. That means children, from this activity we can conclude that graphite is the exception, is a non-metal, is a form of carbon. Children, क्योंकि carbon non-metal है and graphite इसका form है, that is why children this is one of the very like example where we can say that जो आपका एक बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट बताया गया था, दैट नॉन मेटल्स आर बेसिकली बैड कंडक्टर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. सो यहाँ पे ये एक एक्सेप्शन है. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, वी आर एट द पॉइंट वेयर वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ metals and non-metals. Also we have discussed all the physical properties in a tabular form children. So now we are at a point children where we will discuss about the chemical properties of matter. So here children, I want to make you recall that what are chemical changes. Children, already we have like studied about what are chemical changes. So children, if there is any changes in the chemical composition, so and children, a new product is formed by reacting by the reaction of substances. So that is a chemical change, children. So now we will see that children, metals differ in their ability to react with other substances like air, water, acids and bases. Children, on metals and non-metals, air, water, acids and bases, they show different reactivity towards the air, water, acids and bases. So one by one, children, we'll talk about and we will also see few examples. So children, here first we'll see the properties, chemical properties of metals, and then we will talk about the chemical properties of non-metals. So the first, under the first heading, we will study about, children, action of oxygen on metals. So children, like a general structure I'm telling you, when metals will react with oxygen, so basically they will form oxides, children. So here you can see that Mg is a metal, and when it will react with oxygen, so it will form oxide, that is magnesium oxide. And children, its solution, and if you will make a solution of it, ओके चिल्ड्रन, लाइक सपोज अगर आप एक मैग्नीशियम वायर को बर्न करते हो, आपने चिल्ड्रन हाउ थिंग्स रिएक्ट में, आई थिंक चैप्टर नंबर 6 में इस एक्टिविटी को पढ़ा भी था. ऑल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू रिकॉल इट इन दिस मॉड्यूल ऑल्सो. सो चिल्ड्रन, आपने देखा था वहाँ पे जब मैग्नीशियम रिबन को हमने बर्न किया था एंड उसके ऐश को हमने वाटर के अंदर जब मिक्स किया था, एंड देन वी हैव टेस्टेड इट विद लिटमस पेपर. सो देयर यू मस्ट हैव सीन दैट द रेड लिटमस पेपर will turn into blue, because children, the solution so formed will be basic in nature. Okay, so जब हम metals को oxygen के साथ react करते हैं, metal oxide will form, and children, they are basically basic in, its metal oxide is basically basic in nature. Children, metals like sodium, potassium react with oxygen readily. So children, in the beginning itself I have told you, and form their oxides, so they are stored in kerosene, and children, it is kept sealed in the glass bottles, so that it may not react vigorously with oxygen. Children, magnesium, iron, aluminium react slowly with oxygen. When exposed to air for a long time, they get tarnished as they form an oxide layer on them as a result of reaction with oxygen present in the air. Children, you must have seen that अगर आपके घर में एक एल्यूमिनियम का वेसल है और एक न्यू है एंड एक ओल्ड है, सो चिल्ड्रन यू कैन सिंपली रिकॉग्नाइज इट, बिकॉज चिल्ड्रन द ओल्ड वन जो होगा उसमें ऑक्सीजन का रिएक्शन होगा और एक ऑक्साइड की लेयर उसके चारों तरफ फॉर्म हो गई होगी, जिससे कि टार्निश्ड मीन्स चिल्ड्रन, जिससे कि वो डल हो गए होंगे. सो चिल्ड्रन, हियर वी कैन सी that they will slowly react with these like metals will slowly react with oxygen, and hence its appearance will become dull. Now children, as I have told you about the experiment, then when you will burn the magnesium ribbon, so it will burn with a dazzling flame and magnesium oxide will form. And children, when this magnesium oxide will be formed, and when you will take a tiny amount of ash and you will dilute it in water, so when you will test it with the litmus paper, so what you will observe is that children, that magnesium oxide on dissolving on water in water forms magnesium hydroxide, which is a new substance. This a chemical change. So children, यहाँ पे chemical change हुआ, and जब आप उसको litmus paper से check करोगे, so you can simply see that the solution so formed will definitely be basic, और वो red litmus paper को blue में चेंज कर देगा. चिल्ड्रन, मेटल लाइक कॉपर रिएक्ट विथ ऑक्सीजन. चिल्ड्रन, यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि जब कॉपर वाटर के साथ, लाइक ये चिल्ड्रन डायरेक्टली ऑक्सीजन के साथ रिएक्ट नहीं करता, इन इट रिएक्ट्स इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ वाटर एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. सो चिल्ड्रन, हियर यू कैन सी दैट copper hydroxide and children copper carbonate will form, and together they are known as platina. So children, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, ये रेडिश ब्राउन कलर का होता है, and it starts to convert into like somewhat greenish color. So ऐसा क्यों होता है चिल्ड्रन, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपका कोरोजन होता है. चिल्ड्रन, इसको हम रस्टिंग नहीं बोलेंगे, इसको हम प्लैटिना बोलते हैं. टुगेदर दे आर टर्म्ड एज प्लैटिना. सो चिल्ड्रन, मेटल्स लाइक कॉपर रिएक्ट विद ऑक्सीजन व्हेन दे आर स्ट्रांगली हीटेड, बट सिल्वर एंड गोल्ड डू नॉट रिएक्ट. Metals like iron, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, copper rust by prolonged exposure to moist air. So children, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, इसको हम rust बोलेंगे लेकिन इसको हम platina बोलेंगे. So children, this is an example of rust. जब बेटा आयरन को हम ऑक्सीजन के साथ जब वो रिएक्ट करता है, एक्सपोज होता है ऑक्सीजन एंड ह्यूमिडिटी में, सो चिल्ड्रन उसमें क्या होता है, रस्ट लग जाता है. एंड चिल्ड्रन इट कोरोड्स द land, like children, it damages the metal. That means children, it weakens the metal, it eatens away the metal. Okay, so now children, proceeding further, action of water on metals. So children, here you can see that when metals will react with water, so they will form metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas will be evolved. So children, now metals when react with water to form metal oxide or metal hydroxide and hydrogen gases so form. Children, more reactive metals react more vigorously with water. Sodium and potassium react vigorously with cold water and form soluble hydroxides and hydrogen gas that burns with a pop sound. So children, here you can see that the reaction जो कि आपका सोडियम एंड पोटेशियम जो होगा जब वाटर के साथ रिएक्ट करेगा, so it will react vigorously with a pop sound. Okay, so this is the reaction children, where sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide respectively has formed, and with the evolution of hydrogen gas. Now magnesium when will react with boiling water to form magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. So here you can see children that when the water is boiling, then the reaction will take place. Children, with conditions the reactions changes, the action of a certain thing on the metals will change. Now children, red hot iron reacts with steam to form its oxide and hydrogen. So here children, you can see that water in its gaseous state will react with iron to form this compound. Now metals like silver, gold, platinum do not react with steam and are also called noble metals. So children, you must have seen like your mama wearing gold and it very rapidly, बहुत जल्दी से ये अपनी शाइन को लूज नहीं करता है. So that is why they are termed as noble metals. So children, noble इनको इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि ये stable होते हैं और ये जल्दी से react नहीं करते. Now children, we'll see the effect of acids on metals. So the base structure is like this. When metal will react with acid, so salt, hydrogen gas will be evolved and heat energy will be released. So children, here you can see like there are few examples. Children, also I can say that all the metals will not like follow this basic structure. Like suppose children, here as you can see, यहाँ पे जिंक का जब H2SO4 से रिएक्शन हो रहा है या एल्यूमिनियम से HCl का रिएक्शन हो रहा है, लेकिन अगर हम इसको निट्रिक एसिड दैट मीन्स HNO3 से रिएक्ट करेंगे तो यह रिएक्शन नहीं होगा. सो चिल्ड्रन, like different metals show different reactivity towards the acids. So यहाँ पे कुछ examples हैं children, like यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो आपकी hydrogen gas evolve होगी and these are the example of salts. Okay, when magnesium will react with hydrochloric acid, so children, you can simply see that how the reaction is balanced, like one magnesium is there, so one magnesium atom is there. So children, 2 HCl and here you can see Cl2 and H2, so that is why the reaction is balanced. That means children, right hand side is equivalent to left hand side. So children, whenever you will write any reaction, do check this that the reaction should be balanced. Also children, I have taught you in detail how you can balance the chemical reactions. So now children, these are a few examples. Now children, metals like copper, silver, gold, platinum do not release hydrogen from dilute acids. Now action of bases on metals. So children, when bases like two common example of bases are sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide, these are the bases children. When they will react with metal, So children, what will happen? They will form a complex compound and evolution of hydrogen gas will take place. So most of the metals do not react with bases, children. A majority of the metals, they don't react with bases, children. Aluminium, lead, zinc react with strong bases like sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. Children, to form such complex compounds, with the evolution of hydrogen gas, so here the reaction is there, children. Metals do not react with weak base like ammonium hydroxide. Children, now we will see about the displacement reaction. So children, before we discuss something more about displacement reaction, so here I want to tell you that children, this is a reactivity series where children, the most reactive element is kept at the top and the least reactive is kept at the bottom. So children, you can see, so children, you must have seen, आपका जो सबसे ज़्यादा पावरफुल फ्रेंड होता है वो हमेशा जो आपका वीक फ्रेंड होता है उसको डिस्प्लेस कर देता है. Okay, so children, here also is the same thing, that the elements which are present in like above in the reactivity series will displace the metals which are present at the bottom. So here children, you can see when so children, यहाँ पे reactivity series हम already discuss कर चुके हैं. Now children, a more reactive metal can displace less reactive metal from its salt solution. So children, like suppose अगर हम copper sulfate solution के अंदर iron nail को डालेंगे, Fe को डालेंगे. So children, CuSO4 is the formula for copper sulfate. जब हम उसमें iron nail डालेंगे children, so FeSO4 will be formed. So here you can see the reaction children. यहाँ पे आप reaction भी देख सकते हो. FeSO4, because children, you can see here Fe is placed above Cu, है ना, ऊपर इसकी रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज में ये ऊपर आता है तो ये इस मेटल को डिस्प्लेस कर देगा. सिमिलरली चिल्ड्रन, दीज आर ऑल्सो द फ्यू एग्जाम्पल्स, लाइक मैग्नीशियम इज प्लेस्ड अबव कॉपर. So children, it will displace, like magnesium will come at the place of copper and copper will be removed from the here. So this is displacement, अपनी place को change कर रहा है. But children, as you can see here, iron and zinc sulfate. So children, here you can see कि आपका जो zinc है ये ऊपर है reactivity series में as compared to the iron. So no reaction will take place, no displacement will take place, because children, only the metals which are capped at the top in the reactivity series can displace the metals which are present at the bottom from their salt solution, children. Now chemical properties of metals. So children, it is very important that you should learn this reactivity series so that children, you can write, you can predict that whether this reaction will happen or not. Now children, we'll talk about the properties of non-metals. Children, firstly I would like to tell you that non-metals, like most of the time they do not react with acids and bases. So only thing we are going to discuss here is that how the non-metals react with oxygen and water. So children, non-metals do not react with air at room temperature except white phosphorus, children, because children, the ignition temperature of white phosphorus is 35 degrees Celsius and which burns in the air at ordinary temperature and form its oxide. It is therefore stored under water, children. Hydrogen, when is ignited in the presence of oxygen, it burns with a pop sound, children. And here you can see the reaction when carbon and sulfur are ignited and react with oxygen in the air to form their oxides. So children, what will happen? The solution of the solution will be formed and children, if you will just ignite means होता है children, अगर आप इसको जलाओगे. Children, as you know that ignition may only take place under like combustion. किसी भी चीज़ का कोई चीज़ जलती है तभी अगर ऑक्सीजन की प्रेजेंस होती है. सो नाउ चिल्ड्रन, यू कैन सी लाइक वी हैव स्टडीड इन मेटल्स कि जो आपका मेटल ऑक्साइड बनता है उसका सोल्यूशन बेसिक होता है, लेकिन चिल्ड्रन यहाँ पे जो आपका मेटल ऑक्साइड तो बन रहा है बट द सोल्यूशन सो फॉर्म्ड विल बी एसिडिक इन नेचर. लेकिन यहाँ जो मेटल ऑक्साइड नॉन मेटल्स के बनेंगे, नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड जो बनेगा वो आपका एसिडिक होगा. दैट मीन्स चिल्ड्रन, इट विल टर्न द ब्लू लिटमस पेपर इनटू रेड. Now children, action of water on non-metals. Children, in general, non-metals do not react with water. But children, oxygen is a non-metal and it dissolves in water to some extent. This property of solubility of oxygen in water is responsible for the sustenance of plants and animals life underwater. So children, you can you must have studied many a times कि जो आपकी aquatic life होती है वो dissolved oxygen को use करती है. So oxygen children water में dissolve हो सकती है, and that is why children the aquatic plants and animals they can use that dissolved oxygen, okay, for their respiration. Now children, chlorine 2 dissolves in water and forms acidic solution. When this solution is heated or placed in the sunlight, it forms hydrochloric acid. So here is the reaction children, where you can see that chlorine will also show reaction with water, okay, and these are the conditions under which this reaction will take place. Non-metals generally do not react with acids and bases at all at normal temperature conditions. Now children, we'll quickly talk about some of the uses related to the metals and non-metals children. So firstly we'll talk about the uses of metals. So children, we will study this in detail. So copper, aluminium, as children we have already discussed that the metals are good conductors of electricity, so they are used to make wires. Now children, copper, aluminium, iron are used to make household utensils, because children already we have studied that they are good conductors of heat. Iron is used in construction. So children, you must have seen that हमारे घर में जो पिलर्स होते हैं उसकी फॉर्मेशन में फाउंडेशन जब हमारी बनाई जाती है उसमें आयरन का यूज़ होता है. एंड चिल्ड्रन, रस्टिंग ऑफ द आयरन कैन बी प्रिवेंटेड बाय गैल्वेनाइजेशन. दैट मीन्स चिल्ड्रन, हम क्या करेंगे, कुछ मेटल की ऐसे मेटल की कोटिंग उस आयरन के ऊपर कर देते हैं जिसपे कि रस्टिंग नहीं हो, ऑक्सीजन का कॉन्टैक्ट उस आयरन से कट हो जाए, जिससे कि रस्टिंग होगी ही नहीं. सो गैल्वेनाइज्ड आयरन इज यूज्ड इन मेकिंग वाटर पाइप्स, वायर नेट्स, बार्ब्ड वायर्स एंड मेनी अदर things. Now children, alloys होते हैं बेटा when two or more metals combine together. So children, they are termed as alloys. So children are made to enhance their properties for a particular usage. So children, इसको हम क्या करते हैं, different metals को मिला के alloy बनाते हैं जिससे कि इनकी properties enhance हो जाती हैं. An alloy is a metallic substance made by mixing two or more metals or a metal and a नॉन मेटल. हम मेटल को भी कंबाइन कर सकते हैं, मेटल और नॉन मेटल को भी कंबाइन कर सकते हैं टू ऑब्टेन डिजायर्ड क्वालिटीज़. हमें अपनी मनचाही क्वालिटीज़ को डेवलप करने के लिए, दैट मीन्स इनकी क्वालिटीज़ को एनहेंस करने के लिए हम अलॉय बना सकते हैं. हार्डनेस, लाइटनेस, स्ट्रेंथ. लाइक सपोज चिल्ड्रन, आपकी जो स्टेनलेस स्टील है, इट इज़ एन अलॉय. ओके, ये अलॉय है किसका, आयरन, कार्बन, निकल. कार्बन इज नॉन मेटल चिल्ड्रन, आयरन इज मेटल. सो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कितनी सारी चीज़ों का अलॉय मीन्स मिक्सचर होता है. इसीलिए हम देखते हैं स्टेनलेस स्टील, इसमें क्या होता है चिल्ड्रन, रस्ट नहीं लगता. वेयर इज ब्रास इज एन अलॉय ऑफ कॉपर, जिंक, ब्रॉन्ज इज एन अलॉय ऑफ कॉपर एंड टिन. Okay children, now mercury, you can see children, mercury is used in thermometers and is a very good conductor of heat and does not stick to the glass. Okay, now children, gold, silver and platinum. We'll talk about gold, silver and platinum. These are the noble metals and are highly inert. In nature, once polished, do not lose their shine. Okay, they are therefore used to make jewelry. So children, they are they are not easily reactive, so that is why they are used for making jewelries. And children, after alloying with other metals to enhance certain properties. Now magnesium is used in fireworks children, as it burns with dazzling white light. Aluminium foil children, this is a very common example and it is used in making the medicine like packaging, and also children in our houses we are also using it. Sodium, titanium, zirconium and other used in atomic energy and space research. Zirconium is used in preparation of bulletproof alloy of steel. Okay children, now we'll talk about some uses of non-metals. And children, it is a very wide use of non-metals children. We are like so much dependent on non-metals. Like first thing, we'll talk about oxygen. All living beings use oxygen for respiration, which is continuous process. All combustion process need oxygen. Okay children, Now we'll talk about oxygen is used to burn fossil fuels. It is needed for extraction of metals from their ores. It is also useful in the preparation of wide variety of chemicals. Now sulfur is also very useful, children. Children, there are many uses of oxygen. Children, you already know that for breathing also we require oxygen. And children, sulfur is used in many medicines as a germicide. It is used in skin ointments like antiseptic. And children, sulfur is useful in vulcanization of rubber. That means, children, to increase the elasticity of rubber. Sulfur is used to make sulfuric acid, which in turn is used in the preparation of synthetic fibers, plastics, detergents, drugs, dyes, explosives, and fertilizers. It is used to make matchstick, fireworks, gunpowder. Children, phosphorus is used in making phosphoric acid and superphosphate fertilizers. It is also used it makes an alloy with bronze and can resist corrosion. So children, it helps in resisting corrosion, जिससे कि हम alloy बनाएंगे और हम corrosion को रोक सकते हैं. It is used in preparation of matchstick, fireworkers, and smoke screens. Nitrogen. Now we'll talk about nitrogen, children. Plants use nitrogen to prepare protein as an essential ingredient of our food. Nitrogen is inert in nature, so liquid nitrogen is used to preserve blood and other donated organs. It is also used in food packaging. Food does not spoil easily in an inert medium. So children, आप देख सकते हो कितने सारे important uses नाइट्रोजन के भी हैं. It is used in the preparation of ammonia by Haber's process. So children, Haber's process is a process जिसमें कि इकोनॉमिकली आपके अमोनिया गैस का फॉर्मेशन होता है. अमोनिया इज़ यूज टू प्रिपेयर नाइट्रोजनस फर्टिलाइजर्स. सो यहाँ पे फर्टिलाइजर्स बनते हैं अमोनिया के. सिलिकॉन का भी चिल्ड्रन बहुत यूज़ होता है. सिलिकॉन इज़ यूज इन मेकिंग सिलिकॉन स्टील अलॉय and is used in preparation of silicones which have wide variety of uses. Silicon is used in making semiconductor devices such as transistors. Also children, आजकल silicon के spatulas भी आते हैं आपके घर में, आप देख सकते हो. Now children, we'll talk about carbon. And children, carbon exists in different allotropic forms, of which diamond, graphite are crystalline form, whereas coal, charcoal, coke, gas, carbon, and lampblack are amorphous form. Okay children, so we will see, I'll tell you that what is amorphous form, children. So यहाँ पे जो मैंने term आपसे use किया है amorphous, so I'm going to tell you the meaning of that. So children, amorphous is actually children, we'll talk about अभी हमने बात करी थी यहाँ पे. So we will just put light on what is amorphous. So children, just I will tell you about this term. Okay, so now children, proceeding further, I'll just tell you this term amorphous. Okay, so just wait for a minute, children. Okay, yes, a substance which is not made of crystals or lacking a definite shape is called amorphous substance. Okay children, so this is amorphous, जो कि एक definite shape या lacking definite shape, उसका definite shape नहीं हो. Okay, so ये आपने देखा होगा, कोल होता है, कोयला होता है, उसका definite shape नहीं होता. Right, so now children, diamond is a gemstone and used in jewelry. एंड चिल्ड्रन इन कटिंग ग्लासेस ऑल्सो, आप जो ग्लासेस कट करने के लिए जो टिप होती है उस पर डायमंड लगाया जाता है. ग्रेफाइट इज़ यूज फॉर मेकिंग इलेक्ट्रोड्स इन ड्राई सेल्स. पाउडर्ड ग्रेफाइट इज़ यूज एज अ ड्राई लिब्रिकेंट. ग्रेफाइट इज़ यूज, चिल्ड्रन, लिब्रिकेंट होता है जो कि आपकी सपोज आपकी मशीनरीज़ के पार्ट्स में लिब्रिकेशन के लिए ऑयल अप्लाई किया जाता है, जिससे कि जो उनका पार्ट्स हो उसमें ज़्यादा फ्रिक्शन नहीं हो और वो हीट ना generate करे और ख़राब नहीं हो. Okay, graphite is also used in pencil lights. Now we'll talk about iodine, children. So it is used in tincture of iodine या antiseptics, and आपके pain remove करने के लिए आपके antiseptics में भी use होता है. It is also used in the preparation of iodized salt to prevent disease goiter. ओके, आपने देखा होगा नेक में एक आउट बल्ज हो जाता है. सो इसको क्योर करने के लिए भी हमें आयोडीन लेना होता है. नोबल गैसेस के बारे में बात करेंगे चिल्ड्रन. दे आर ऑल्सो नॉन मेटल्स. सो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो हीलियम इज़ यूज्ड इन बलून्स, जिससे कि वो लाइटर रहता है. एंड जो आपके सी डाइवर्स होते हैं, दे यूज़ हीलियम ऑक्सीजन मिक्सचर फॉर द रेस्पिरेशन. नियॉन इज़ यूज्ड इन स्पेशल इलेक्ट्रिक ट्यूब्स लाइक neon sign tubes, neon signboards, and glow orange red color. Now children, argon is used as a filling in electric bulbs. आपने ये पढ़ा होगा चिल्ड्रन. इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब में अभी आप एक चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे भी, जब आप इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब के फॉर्मेशन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, कि उसके अंदर चिल्ड्रन आर्गन गैस होती है, जो कि एक नोबल गैस होती है, जिससे कि वो फिलामेंट जल्दी से जले नहीं. इट ग्लोज green when mixed with a small quantity of mercury, and mixture is used in fluorescent lamp and advertisement signs. So children, we are at the point where we have done with the complete chapter. We have discussed about several physical and chemical properties, and like we have studied about a variety of uses of metals as well as non-metals. So children, you can just see each slide very clearly, and you have to see the uses of all the non-metals. Like children, we have discussed that although metals are like in majority, they are like so many in number, but the uses of non-metals we cannot ignore it, because there is a very wide use of non-metals, as we have discussed just a few minutes before. Okay, so children, you can just pause the video and you can see whatever we have studied in the whole module. This is concluded in this slide. Like children, we have discussed what is metalloids, what is displacement reaction, what are noble gases, and children, also you can just pause the video and you can read these points. Thank you children. I hope all things are clear to you. Thank you children.